Hey, welcome back. We're going to be taking a look at the new collection for November 2023. So it'll actually be the last collection to wrap up the year. The collection is Creature Ancient. Creature Ancient has just over 500 rendered sounds and it has 12 total projects, so 12 different creatures contained within the collection that you have to choose from. So we'll open up the main project and start taking a look at what kind of different dinosaurs and arachnids and all sorts of cool things we have in there. So here we are inside of the main project window, and we can see our 12 different sub-projects here. So just kind of going through the different sort of categories of creatures that exist in here and kind of what lends itself to the name Creature Ancient. It's a lot of dinosaurs. So we have various types, things you would sort of expect, like a pterodactyl, triceratops, of course, Tyrannosaurus Rex and Velociraptor. There's a few others as well. We also have some mammals. So we have a mammoth, and then a saber-toothed cat, and then even a woolly rhino. There's also reptile, Titanoboa. So that kind of doesn't quite fit in with the dinosaurs or other things, but on its own, it's pretty cool that they have that. So if you ever need a large snake in one of your projects, you'll have that. There's also some arachnids, Pulmonoscorpius. Maybe I didn't butcher the name, we'll see. So that should give you kind of a general overview of, whatever's in here. Let's start taking a listen to a few of these. The easiest thing to do would be to listen to the alerted sounds. So we'll just start from the top and work our way down. We'll start off with the arachnid, Pulmonoscorpius. All right, we won't do all the dinosaurs. I'll just pick the, like the main ones, so to speak. The ones that most people will be familiar with. So pterodactyl. All right, so hopefully this is as intimidating as I'm expecting to be. Here's the T-Rex. And yeah, it's pretty spot on with what I would want it to be in a collection like this. Of course, we have to do Velociraptor, so let's take a listen to that. That's just a really cool sounding one to me. I like the resonance you can sort of hear inside of the vocalization there. We'll wrap up with the large centipede. One of the mammals we'll listen to, maybe the saber-toothed cat, and then the Titanoboa. Saber-toothed cat. And finally, Titanoboa. Cool, yeah. I mean, what you would sort of expect for a large snake. So, very awesome. I think the Velociraptor is pretty iconic in terms of dinosaurs and the collection. So we use that as our demonstration and show you what's inside of the sub-project, break down some of the layers, and go over some of the additional performances or vocalization variations that you're going to have inside of here. We'll go through each of the different vocalizations or performances quick, just for comparison. They're very short. So idle. Alerted once again. Attack. Here is pain. And then probably the most complex sound that's in each one of these projects is going to be the death sound. So here's that. The attack sound is probably a really good one to break down layer by layer. So we'll go ahead and do that. I think I have everything together here now. So this should be the entire sound. And then let's just listen to the main, and then we'll go through each. Just layer one. So that really is most of the sounds, the body of it. But let's listen to how we're augmenting it with some of the additional layers. There's nothing in layer two, which would be the high frequency. But layer three here, we have air. Okay. In layer five, the punch layer. All right, so kind of just right there, probably where the main transient of the vocalization sort of is. Cool, and then, of course, once again, all together. And we really should break down this main layer because there's so many individual tracks contained within it that we should kind of get a sense and hear how this whole thing is made up, because this in itself is a very large and complex layer with all the individual tracks. I'm just going to add them in. There's a lion snarl in there. French bulldog. Human screech. Human inhale, scream, tongue movement. You know, none of these are obviously actually a raptor, but also not a ton of actual bird noises either. Just kind of a little surprising if you think about it. Let's see. Some of these seemed pretty interesting. I want to hear what this inhale tongue movement. I want to see what that's about. That's a processed human noise source of material in there. What else? One of these looked interesting. The human screech. Oh, there is a hawk screech in here. My mistake. French bulldog. And of course, there's processing on some of these, but nonetheless, you can see all the source material there that's provided. One last thing to point out is this additional layer. Sometimes we have these in collections. They're generally muted by default, and they kind of add just a little extra character, maybe sometimes, to certain performances. So with the alerted sound, we have some of these. So here's the alerted sound without it in. And then I can add in this additional layer by itself. Also, this additional layer, I think, is a good opportunity where Strata Collection is sort of modeling for you. Hey, if you want to add your own material, or if you want to embellish and begin customizing this collection to your own needs, they already have sort of a framework laid out for you. You could, absolutely add in more things to this additional layer, and kind of use that as a place to put stuff if you want to embellish what's here and existing currently. Cool. So we've gone through quite a bit of material. I guess the thing that I would just kind of leave you with before we go into the demonstration, my overall sort of impression of this collection, what you should generally sort of expect, things I liked about it. So each one of the different dinosaurs or creatures in here is covered pretty much exactly the same. So you're going to find all those same attack, idle, all the same sort of variations. Some will have fewer or more death sounds. So it could range between 2 death sounds all the way up to 8 death sounds. But those are really the more complex sounds in each project. Probably my favorite thing about the collection, just as you kind of browse through it, is all the individual layers or all the individual components or tracks underneath the layers of the project that are really labeling the source material for you. So you know what recordings, what animals, what source, that you could potentially go and find on your own if you're trying to customize or try to really understand and learn about creature design. So this is one of those collections because of the information that's just automatically visible. You know what you're looking at, and it can be quite inspiring. So it's a super easy to navigate collection. All the projects are laid out very much the same, so there's not really too much mystery in terms of functionality. So solid creature collection. You can cover more than just dinosaurs. You can get very creative with the material in here. So awesome collection, and goes well with some of the other creature collections we've already released. Flushes that out just a bit more. All right, so what I ended up using were a lot of the raptor attack and alerted vocalizations, and matched them up with some animations inside of Unreal. So you can get to see, how well they do at making it. Didn't have an actual Velociraptor model, but I picked a sort of creature that, looked like a dinosaur, and I think the Velociraptor sound actually fit pretty well. So just to take a listen inside my project, I have the events, the alerted and attack, and we've heard them plenty, but here again, once it is. All right. Cool. So yeah, I also used some of the large footsteps from the creature movement collection here to kind of flesh things out. So I'll go ahead and approach him. That's his attack sound there. I think it fits pretty well without really having to massage anything too much. Let's pull in some of the death sounds here via Reawise. I'll go ahead and make an event for this. All right. Let's get a notify going. Maybe. All right. It might be a little bit long, but it lines up pretty good, I think. Yeah, so I mean, without even having to really massage it, and of course the detail of this animation is sort of limited, but it fits right into a generic death animation for an asset that I had already in my collection. So, pretty cool stuff. Hey, thanks again for watching and checking out the Creature Ancient collection. Again, there's not going to be a new collection out for the end of December. Take a little break. We'll be back with some stuff at the beginning of 2024. As always, like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments about the collection, or you need help with something in regards to Strata, or you want to, get some more information about it, please reach out. Someone can help you and can talk to you about Strata a little bit more in depth. Take care, and I will see you in the Wise Up on Air that we're going to do, also discussing Creature Ancient, and I can kind of play around in more detail with some of this Unreal, go into more of the actual dinosaurs and creatures and show you more of the variations and all the layers and really talk about it. So thank you again, and I'll see you.